Hey guys, hey Ben with RCR Mods. Hey, for those that have not purchased a prototype and are thinking about buying one, whether you're going to mod it to put an electric motor or whatever else on it, or just to fly it as a true sailplane, either way, if you're still contemplating on that or another sailplane, thought it might be helpful to show you kind of what's in the box and take it from there. So without further ado, and my camera, in order to show anything up close, is zoomed in too far. I don't have a true cameraman, it's on a tripod, so I'm gonna kind of have to work around with it to try to get you to see what's in there. There's what you get on the top. Go ahead and quickly get the instructions out, and the sticker that you saw there that you can put on the wing. These always have a gob of tape on it, which is good, I guess, to keep them all secure. But there's your prototype instructions, as well as your sticker, wing sticker. Next, we got our rudder we're going to take out, which is actually going to serve as our ailerons, since this is a polydihedral wing and just a 3-channel airplane with the motor. 2-channel if you don't have the mod for the electric motor. Now we're taking out a winglet. This comes in 3 sections, so there's one of the winglets. As I'll show you the wing joiner there in a minute, and I also have mods I put in here where you can do a magnet join. You can look on the website if you're interested in that. Grab the other one out of here. There's the other one. As far as the coating, I think they do a really good job, Dynaflight, on the covering on this. They use real monocoat covering. Some of them, though, depending on the box, because I've opened several of these, all of them have a little wrinkle here and there that you'll have to iron out. Some of them tend to be quite a bit more than others. This one is pretty good. You can see, so I don't know if it's the lighting, whether you can't really see. There's a little bit in here that needs straightened out. Anyway, it's kind of to be expected when these are sitting in the boxes forever. There's that one. Next, the main wing. And this part, if there's any, the biggest flaw, I guess, on this airplane that I would change is, and I think they've already made a change before because they're having some of these wings collapse when they're doing like high start launches, is right in the middle there. Tends to, you get on the blogs and stuff, you'll notice that some people are having issues with it flying, all of a sudden it collapses, and a lot of times it's right down the middle there. What I end up doing, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time right now, but I just end up doing packing tape on the underside, where I end up having 3 layers. I just feather it out, so right in the middle I have one layer, second layer that goes out a little bit further, and the third layer which goes all the way across. I have to kind of do a reverse order, so the first one down is all the way across, second one's a little bit shorter, third one's just here for weight, because this is where it really needs it. And there's a good enough adhesion between the wood, the balsa, and the monocoat that it tends to, because the packing tape's not going to break. I mean, that stuff in tension is really tough. I do that, and I do the same thing on this bottom trailing edge real quickly. And so where it's going to fail is if it's going to shear that monocoat off the balsa. And so far, and there's a whole video on that where I fly that, where it cracked. I did not repair it on purpose, did the tape thing, did a bunch of power inverted stuff, and it's held. So for what it's worth, if you want to watch that video, that is something that I strongly suggest that you address before you fly. I think it's a great airplane. I've been flying it, for quite a while now. Very happy with it, but that is something that needs to be addressed. And then there's 2 little holes here. There's a little piece that mounts on there, and then 2 wooden dowels that come out of here. You'll need to pop through. They're already drilled in there. You just need to pop through the monocoat. All right, keep going. Now we got a cardboard divider. Where are we going to go? Elevators. more formally, I guess you call it a stabulator, since the whole thing's moving on this one. Get rid of that. 2 of those. Haven't really had any issues with these. These are good, solid, no issue pieces. And now, I'll try to show you before I take it out. Some other tape pieces in there. Fuselage. This is where we do some heavy modding for those that want to fly it with the motor in it. End up having to do the unpardonable sin and cut off this beautiful nose. Anyway, I'll let you watch the other videos on that project if you're interested. But let me go ahead and take it outside real quick. Fiberglass, really, really pretty. Well done. And once again, in my mod, we end up taking this part out, and there's a bunch of pieces in here that go for the battery container and a little piece to hold on the canopy and stuff like that. But by default, you've got some areas there. You can put servos or batteries, however you want to set it up. And there are some wooden areas as well. The instructions have you put a little mini servo here in the back tail. I actually put the servo up here into a push-pull cable that ends up going back there. That's your choice how you'd like to do that. Anyway, nice fuselage. Put that over there. That out of the way, that out of the way. Canopy. You do end up having to cut these out. You can see a very faint line there where it cuts out, and a lot of times toward the back side it pretty much disappears. You kind of got to guess on what to do back there exactly, but this is kind of an annoying part because it's, you know, it doesn't cut real well, whether you do it with tin snips or scissors or saw and sand it or whatever. It just takes some time to get it look pretty again, but it is what it is. There's that. Hardware. Some of this is for if you're going to be bungee launching a high start. And just some general component hardware in there. Different areas. Extra weights if you want to put more ballast in the front. I don't need these. How I mod mine, you end up cutting off about 260, 55 grams, 255, 60, 65, depending on the nose, off. But if you get the battery right in the right place, no size battery, you get enough weight forward again to where you're not having to add any ballast unless you're wanting to for higher wind slope soaring. Get these out of the way. These have come out of the package a little bit, broke through. What you get there for the wing joiners, and they need to be glued together. There is a thin and a thick on the plywood. Each side needs a thin and a thick piece, and then 2 aluminum pieces. Some people don't realize that, and they end up gluing 2 of the thins on one side, 2 of the thicks on the other, and it ends up messing that up. So aluminum's on the outside, or aluminium, depending on where you are in the world, and then 1 thick, 1 thin on the Baltic birch or whatever that is applied, sandwiched in the middle. There's that. Push-pull rod in there. We do end up using that, clipping it short, running that. Like I said, the other one I have a flex cable that I use for one of my kits. Another little adapter piece if you're going to use the servo that they suggest in the back in order to run that stabilizer or elevator. And then your joining pieces, one here and one here for the stabilizer that runs through the fuselage. It's kind of cool how it rotates that whole front and back there. Pretty slick assembly there. And we are done. So that's what you get in the box. If you have any questions on the general assembly, whether you want to do a mod or not, I'd like to be helpful. And regardless of when you buy any of my products, like I say, I've flown and crashed many of these, and not an expert pilot by any means. And that's kind of you guys' benefit in a way. There's a lot of things that I've done that are stupid that I can tell you not to do. that should be able to help you along the way. But hope that helps a little bit. Thanks. Bye.